YouTube. It's your boy Hard Knock on I'm Universe. Universe is me, Universe is we, because we are one. Today's reaction video is going to be Piers Morgan doubling down on Charlotte Hendricks. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but if you heard it was some Becky, I'm just going to call her Becky, or Karen, throwing racial slurs a little saint. And we got to deal with this because, ain't nobody just about to be hurling racial slurs a little saint. I mean, he didn't do shit. We got to do this for little saint. So let's do it.
Here's the thing. White people have been under attack for years. It's been systematic racism. As much as Black people and people of color want to talk about systematic racism in the United States, it's quite the opposite. They get preferential treatment when it comes to getting it.
I mean to stop that fast, but when she say white people been under attack, now I'm not saying she lying because, that can very well be true from her standpoint. But from what I can see, at my standpoint, I don't know. I mean, it looks like, the other race of people been under attack. So let's just nip that in the bud right there and now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Job when it comes to getting into colleges. White people, on the other hand, have been getting attacked relentlessly. Look at 2016 and BLM and all the riots. We just had to sit back and watch people burn down our cities and do nothing about it. So the way to fight back against essentially this anti-white hatred that's been systemically, ingrained in U.S. society is with white unity. We don't see white unity on.
Hang on. Okay, but hang on. Sorry, just to be.
Yeah. Hang on. I have no problem with white unity. I think that every race of people should have unity amongst one another, and also unity with everybody on the globe, right? But she talking about our cities, like who was our? Like, is she talking about like all the Beckys? You know what I'm saying? Like, and all the Peters and shit. Like, our city, like Black people, like really built this country. So for her to be talking about their cities, like we in the cities too. We helped build a lot of this shit. So she got me fucked up with that. However, I don't want to get too foul mouthed. I'm already getting triggered. No, I'm not getting triggered. But yeah, she off the chain so far.
Be clear, this has got nothing to do with anything you've just said. This is a disgusting racist woman who repeatedly spews the M-word, first at a young child, and then at the person taking the video of her, does it with complete impunity, does it numerous times. We are talking about a bona fide, unquestionable racist. And so I don't understand why what you've just said to me bears any relation to white unity or anything that you've just said. She's just a racist. End, isn't she? You wouldn't dispute that.
It's not about her. It's not about her. It's about
white people
coming together and supporting another white person. And it doesn't matter.
Why would you want to support a white racist?
Because I want to support free speech, and you cannot have free speech.
So she want to say it's about white people coming together to support another white person. I get it. That's fine. Like I said, I'm for the unity. But you're proud of white people coming together when it comes down to a kid, it ain't even got to be a Black kid. It could just be any kid. That she gonna throw racial slurs at a kid. Like, I wonder would she feel the same way, if the situation was reversed. Like, people are coming together because some Black lady was calling, some white kid I don't know, a dumb cracker jack or a soup floater, whatever it is. For those y'all who don't know what a soup floater is, when you put a cracker in a bowl of soup and float and shit. Yeah, never mind, tough crap. But for her to say that, like, they coming together to basically, support. Because I'm not even gonna call the lady racist per se, but I mean, just the fact she's throwing those racial slurs and she know, that's something that affect, a lot of Black people, so, and then she doing it to a kid. It's pretty jacked up. So, I don't know, let's continue.
Speech in the country.
No, that's fine. You can support free speech, but you also have to be accountable for what you say. Would you use the N-word out of interest?
Yes.
You would?
Mm-hmm. I do quite.
Shit. He said, "Would you wait?" I got to make sure I heard this in her response.
A racist, and isn't she? You wouldn't dispute
Well,
that.
it's not about her. It's not about her. It's about
Well, it is
white
about
people
her.
coming together and supporting another white person. And it doesn't matter.
Why
what
would you
she
want to
says.
support a white racist?
Because I want to support free speech, and you cannot have free speech in a country.
No,
if
that's
have,
fine. You can support free speech, but you also have to be accountable for what you say. She is. I mean, would you use the N word out of interest?
Yes.
You would.
I do.
She said yes. Like anybody like that. Like, look. I just want to make this clear. I'm not mad at her at all. And she's right. I think that you should have the ability and the option and the free will, the free choice to say anything you want to say because it is free speech. I mean, we are limited souls that has the right. Now, I'm not saying she right or wrong for saying it. It just is distasteful, and it's like, when it's looked upon by a large group of people, it's just like, now come on, now you basically, verbally attacking a kid, and so for this lady to support it, it's just like, and with all rights, you can support something like that. It just look a little weird. That's all. But on the flip side, this lady who's supporting, and even the lady, the Shyla Hendricks lady, who was throwing a racial slurs a little saint, she can't get mad when she started getting backlash. I mean, even if she get backlash, it's just what it is. Let's continue.
Do quite frequently.
You use the N word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist, are you?
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist. I'm a neo-Nazi.
Yeah. Well, if you use the N word repeatedly, you are a racist, then, are you? Are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding, helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way, Shiloh Hendricks is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away. So you were saying Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't matter. That's a different.
Sorry, but just to be
thing.
clear, you just said to me you use the N word regularly. In what context?
Hey, he stand on his point. He try to drive this point home. Like, no, are you serious? Like, you still you using this word? Like, you for real?
Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate to use the N word? When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist.
She said it's appropriate. Shit. She says it's appropriate anytime she feel like it. So I mean, she obviously just freely using this word. I mean, I'm just gonna say it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't affect me. I mean, it is what it is. It's just communication. We all agreed on shit to communicate. So I have no dog in the fight. It's just entertainment for me. But some people offended, and I get it. Because everybody ain't where everybody at consciously. But this lady, she ain't got no chill. Like, I don't even know what is her. Yeah, she is an unashamed racist. Well, according to the title, and she's saying, yeah, she is. So let's continue.
Correct.
Oh, well, do you understand that makes you a despicable human being?
So you were saying Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't matter. That's a different.
Sorry, but just to be clear, you just said to me you use the N word regularly. In what context? Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate to use the N word? When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist.
Correct.
Well, do you understand that makes you a despicable human being?
I guess so. I don't really care. I mean, why are we
like Piers Morgan? Look, you pretty much cooking this lady, but just go in. You talking about that means you're a despicable human being? No, listen, you bitch. Like, you on some bullshit. Just say it like that. That's what you really want to say, Piers Morgan. Like, just say what it is. I ain't calling the bitch. This is what you say in your head, because I would never do that. Not the Becky. I call her Becky. What are you talking about?
Why are we not talking about Shiloh Hendricks? Why are we talking about?
Well, actually, I think you've moved it on in this debate very quickly to your own racism, which explains why you've supported her in public and why you've got all these views. You see no problem with a woman shrieking the N-word repeatedly because you yourself are a despicable racist, and you've just proudly admitted that with a smug grin on your face, which is pretty horrifying, actually, for most people to have to watch. And shame on you. You're entitled to do it, and I'm entitled to call you despicable.
Well, shame on white.
And I'm entitled to say she despicable too. Now, this one lady in the corner who next to this lady who's supporting the old Becky who called Little Saint, you know what she said about him. She got this look on her face like, I'm really, with you because we are like sisters, but it probably is a little messed up, girl. You can't let them know we doing it. I know I'm just bullshitting. She probably be taking, well, yeah. Let's continue.
People for allowing themselves to be systematically discriminated against in the United States. This is our country. This is a country that should be.
What do you mean your country?
Because I'm white and my.
Well, there are no black people in American history. Is that what you're saying? That they've all just landed in America, invading your white country? Is that your position?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they.
God damn. She said, she said, this is our country. Like, she is proud to be who she is. You got to give it that. I'm always looking at the positives and any negative. But she said it's our country. Like, she really cared about her race and really nobody else. So that makes it look even worse. And don't get me wrong. Like, once again, she don't have to. She got every right to feel, how she gonna feel, to say what she want to say. It just looked pretty messed up. And I'm gonna tell you why it looks messed up for me. I'll just wait to the end and then, I'll tell you why it looks messed up for me. All right, let's continue.
They were brought here technically.
My God, do you understand how dumb you sound?
This is stupid. This is stupid and racist. And at some point, we have to ask ourselves, do we want to reward this kind of disgusting behavior by platforming it?
I don't disagree, Mark. Listen, I didn't know she was going to say that. I don't disagree with you.
No. Yeah. I'm with you. I don't think you knew ahead of time. I'm saying at this moment, someone who's saying it's technically black people brought up. No, technically, Africans were stolen, enslaved, and they built this country. And the idea that you can justify calling a baby the N-word by saying that white people are losing the country is absurd. It's morally bankrupt, and it's honestly besides the point. I mean, all these are just distractions from the fact that she wants to justify dehumanizing.
Hey everybody, it's Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. I have a question for you. If you had to make a choice between having massive impact on people's
and even animalizing a small black child, it's disgusting.
What is it?
Yeah,
like, that's true. Like, I mean, you can't even really compare the two. Like the path she took is just a distraction to like what the real topic is. Like, how do you even compare that? Like, this is how you get back, by talking shit about a little kid that is being supported out of all the shit that the oppressor done to like black people in this country and even outside this country. Like, for real. Like, this is weird. And then she's saying this is like she talking about her own race of people. That shit is crazy. All right, let's continue.
I never said that.
No, you may as well have done because you're just an unashamed.
That's the implication of your
racist. Let me bring in Myron Gaines, because you've been smirking and laughing. What's funny about any of this?
Well, I mean, I find it interesting that you guys want to virtue signal and, wag the finger and say she's a racist and everything else like this.
No, she admitted she's a racist.
Well, let me
I'm not wagging a finger at anybody.
She self-identifies as a racist.
But Myron, with respect, Myron, I don't need to wag a finger when somebody says, yeah, I'm racist. I use the N-word against black people. I don't care. That's a racist. I'm not wagging any finger. I'm not accusing anybody. She is admitting it proudly. Even you can't defend that, surely.
Everybody is racist to some degree. The reality is it depends on, a lot of people want to be politically correct. A lot of people want to sit there and say, I'm not racist at all. We all have biases. We all have stereotypes. We all make jokes. We all are racist to some degree. Now, how racist you are is a whole other situation, but everyone is racist. That's number one. Next thing.
I got to agree with him on that one. I think, everybody to some degree is racist. I like to say prejudice, pretty much. I mean, you can like not like chocolate covered ants. That's like a prejudice against those ants or whatever. So everybody does have that, and like you're saying, to what degree? So I agree with him on that. Um, yeah, let's just keep going.
Thing I want to say. See, I think the Shiloh, Hendricks, and Metcalf situation is a microcosm of a much bigger problem. And that bigger problem is what I call systemic organization. And what I mean by this is for decades, we've had Black people literally running around with Black supremacy, committing crimes, not getting accountability for their actions, and then they blame the system for it. For example, George Floyd, criminal. Ferguson, criminals. Freddie Gay.
All right, I just want to stop this right here. Yeah. Basically, I don't like the path he's going down either, because this is not about what he's saying. It's like you're still trying to compare the fact that this lady, grown lady at that, basically was throwing racial slurs at a kid, nigga this, nigga that, nigga, all this other shit. And they justifying it by saying the other things that Black people supposedly done got away with. That don't justify what this lady did by no means. So for them to keep trying to, sway everybody to just, focus on what we might or might not have done in the past and got away with, which I don't think Black people get away with anything. I mean, we've been, in slavery for 400 years, and then even so-called coming out of slavery still feels like we're in slavery because we still behind the curve. Like we all know that, that like that's no secret. But the path he going down is just like, come on, dude. And personally, this is one of the reasons why Myron on Fresh and Fit, they show got demonetized, because he just like this lady. It's like he low key like a racist. Like he be saying all type of shit about Black people. He don't give a care about Black people. So honestly, like everybody got free choice and free will. I don't care to even listen to this dude, because he a freaking bonehead, and like he used, Black people, to his advantage when he can or when it's benefiting him. But other than that, he be shitting on Black people. So I don't know what he's saying. Now, however, back to my point. So what I wanted to say about, it's weird to me that we can include my in on this, as far as this white lady saying this nigga stuff, and she's not ashamed to be a racist, and don't really like this other group of people. It's weird to me because my own beliefs, and understanding of how the creator works, and we talk about God, whatever your version of God is, everything is connected. There's no such thing as separation. So I'm saying that to say, for her to look at many other groups of people and judge them and say they this and that and all this other shit, it's like, what all you doing is actually looking at another version of yourself that you don't realize. So if you want to basically, shun all these groups of people that's not you or outside your so-called group of people, you shunning yourself, and then, for people to even want to be divided amongst races, the only fucking race I know is the human race. It ain't like, it's a human race, and then you'll get this other type of race of type of human. Maybe they call that something else. I don't know, but it's not that. It's one human race. We are a human because it's different shades of a mankind. So we're all goddamn same. You just different shades of something. So it's like for you to be hating the other portion of yourself, in the same race as yourself, it's just weird. But obviously, that's just ignorance, and it takes people time to grow, and learn different things. So once again, I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at her, because you gotta learn at some point. However, do I feel something against her calling the kid niggers? I mean, yeah, I mean she got every right to do it, but I wouldn't like to see anybody do something like that. I mean, and to any kid, I don't care what race of kid it is. I don't really care what they say. If it's derogatory to a kid or something that can hurt a kid's feelings, I don't think it's cool. You may traumatize that kid at a young age, and ain't no telling what this kid can grow up to be, all because of the way he felt this adult treated him. So I mean, it's just not healthy. It's not constructive behavior, you know, for any group of people and for any age of people. So that's my take on it. Once again, like, share, subscribe if you like the video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for liking and subscribing. The last videos I put up, I'm trying to keep doing more videos. You know, sometimes I ain't always got the time. You know, I'm always doing a lot of other stuff, but I appreciate it. Like I say, like, share, subscribe if you like the content, and I'll be back on here with another one again. You know, and it's been real. Holla back. It's way hard, dog.